5. Put it in the books.
Close it up, Kevin.
Trumpets and books, baby. Love it.
That game was a doozy. And that, I mean, in Mets Yankees ups and downs, emotional roller coasters, there's been more intense than that.
I feel bad. I have survivor guilt because I could not have been more absent from this game. Let me explain. You guys are back in New York, 5 billion degrees, watching the Subway Series. You got Yankee fans, banging down your door, pitchforks and torches. Everyone's ready to fight. I'm in California. I went to Bert Kreischer's house where it's beautiful weather. I'm sitting in his gorgeous backyard, and we film this show that he's doing where you cook food and drink and talk. And I'm kind of checking my phone the whole time. But right as I'm sitting in the backyard, back-to-back bombs, Judge bombs one out, Rizzo bombs one out. I'm like, oh my fucking God. And right as we were about to start filming was when the Marte Parte and everything starts up. And I feel like I needed to be there, I need to have my brother's backs. Instead, this is why I can't be a California guy. Yep. I'm in sunny SoCal. Well, you guys are in the trenches.
You still have your whole night ahead of you. You could go out, have a fucking dinner, go out for the night.
Plan. Yeah, we're going to go to the Comedy Store, all this shit. And I've got a Subway Series W under my belt already. It's like a day game just happened. It's wild.
And us schleps in New York right now it's in a good way, but we're going to have energy. We're going to be up to 1 a.m, tossing and turning, probably watching the post game 3 different times, subscribing to the YouTube, subscribe to the goddamn YouTube, you sons of bitches. And it's just 2 different things, but you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world for fucking nights like tonight where
when it was 2-0, were you like those quick bombs, were you like, oh boy, we're in for it tonight? Or did you have faith?
Kevin, let me tell you how quickly those 2 bombs happened. I didn't even get the TV on. We got home right before the game and I'm still getting the kids and I go to sit down and I turn on the TV and I'm seeing the replay of the second home run and I'm going, motherfucker. And I that's why I tweeted. I was like, long day at work. Let's go see how the Mets are doing right now. Can't wait. And I don't know if you noticed. Did you see that Gabagool Yankee fan get in our mentions? You probably didn't even see it. I had a Gabagool Yankee fan in our mentions, and his exact words were at Magic Maniac 22. Magic Maniac 22 is exact. Forever little brother and forever the other team in New York. That
and look how that
Gabagool.
Works out. I got a text from Danny Lo Priori, just LOL. I said, yeah, as soon as I could text. Before I could even text him back, we put 4 on the board. I said, LOL, indeed, buddy. This is why when you're a home run team, okay, cool. Two solo shots really ain't a big deal. It would be way worse if that was, 4 hits and a walk and they were putting Walker up against the wall. It was like, all right, Ty's going to settle down. He battled through 6. It wasn't the cleanest outing by any means. Looked like he sprayed a bunch of hits all over the place. Some clutch defense. I went through and watched all the highlights. McNeil's play with the bare hand. Nito throwing behind Rizzo at second. Good fundies and clutch hitting with good pitching. That's what wins you ball games, not the big fly.
Dude, between last night with Cookie and tonight with Taijuan Walker, if you said just watch the not even all the pitch, just watch some of the pitches, how many runs these guys give up, I'd be like 7. 8.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was not clean by any means, right?
Not clean by any means. And Cookie last night got in and out of trouble. Taijuan did the same, but it's I can't believe the Yankees didn't score since the 4th inning. That is fucking bananas. It's absolutely crazy to see.
Escobar's season has returned yet again. I want everybody. What's the phrase? Your apology better be as loud as your disrespect was, because he's on a hot streak again. We got insurance runs from McNeil in the 8th. The Ottavino getting 5 outs. You get tell me how Ottavino was. Was it like a 5 outs, or was it like a hold your fucking breath 5 outs?
He was perfectly fine. Fine.
And then,
yeah.
but then Diaz came in the 8th because it was like no more fucking around.
Yeah, it was the I think Ty Rum was at the plate and Joey Gallo came up, which
bro.
I don't know much about Joey Gallo. I've checked his numbers once or twice this season. They've gone down every single time. I just know Joey Gallo is I'm trying to think of what he is to what he's basically he at least had a career at some point. He's like Eric Campbell at this point. It's what the fuck are you doing?
He's like our James McCann, where it's how is this guy on this good of a team getting this many at bats? And that's baseball, Susan. The fact that it's not Judge is not up at the plate at that point. It's not, baseball always finds the hole in your lineup or the bad glove in the field. So the fact that it has
Kevin, Aaron Boone found that hole and threw it in the lineup. He pinch hit IKF him. What are you doing?
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I didn't know it was like that. That's why you remember last year, everybody wanted Boone out, and then they went on this hot streak, and it saved his ass. But, look at the standings, and the Mets are like, I don't know, I think it's like 4 or 5 games behind the Yankees now. Everybody's come back to earth, and now you got Max tomorrow. Things are looking good for the little brother right now. Winning game 1 of a 2-game series is like, okay, work's done. Tomorrow, if we get a sweep, even, great. But, even if you lose, it's like, whatever. We're getting out of here alive. Don't have to worry about any gabagool Yankee fans. No headlines, no mutinies from the fan base. And where are those fucking fans now, huh? Like, we beat the Padres, now we beat the Yankees. What now? Any complaints? Anybody want to step up now and tell me why this team isn't good? You fucking assholes. Let me see what was Lindor's what was his
2 for 4, 2 runs. Had this weird. He had a big hit in the game, and then he also had this weird one where he was running down first. They hit him in the fucking head.
Yeah,
he got hit in the head. That was wild. And then obviously Pete, like they said, Pete's just on fire right now. He's just fucking feeling it. Marte hitting that home run was huge.
As this team goes, as they go, this team goes. Like the bounce back, bro. Whether we do it in the 8th and 9th inning with a comeback, or in this case, the biggest first inning of the year, like I again, it was weird for me because I wasn't watching. So maybe if I saw those 2 home runs, it would be a lot more deflating. But watching on the phone, I was like, 2-0 is fine. And I know this offense has been struggling, but having just watched them perform against the Padres, that previous game, I was like, it's okay. As long as it wasn't like a monster inning, we are all right. And then especially once Marte got 1 on the board, it was like, all right, we cut it in half. We're going to score today. All things are okay. And then to open the floodgates in that first inning and take it right back. And then we lead this first inning with a 2-run lead. It's like invaluable to do it then and there with the big guys in the lineup, set the tone for the whole fucking game. When they click, man, that's why anybody who still hates on them, it's like, I know that there are some holes and some flaws, but when they click, they are awesome to watch.
Well, I think that was, I don't know about you, but we were talking about in the pregame show today, me, you, and Phil, having that last game where they scored that 8 runs, just seeing a shred of offense just gave me like enough false confidence in my brain to be like, all right, they can do it again. They can do 2 games in a row. It's crazy to think. And I officially realized hurricane season is like August to October or something like that. Escobar season is when Eduardo Escobar is on the right side of the plate.
That's it.
I remember they did this with, I think it was Beltran back in the day, which is a crazy thing to do to like a Hall of Fame level player. But with Eduardo Escobar, stop showing off. Just bat righty the rest of your life. You are not a switch hitter. I'm a switch hitter too. I swing lefty like a fucking grandma does. That doesn't mean I am a switch hitter. If I can swing a bat.
We can all physically swing the bat from the other side of the plate. It's whether or not you're fucking good at it. But yeah, bro, like just do what works, man.
Yeah. And what works is what this team does. Nimmo, the first at bat of the game, just fucking grinds it out. Grind it. And then everyone down the lineup. And someone hit me up, a Yankee fan, is like, do the Mets always just make every count like 10 pitches or more? I'm like, yeah, that's basically just what they do. And I know a lot of people think it's boring or it's fucking lucky when they get their base hits and they grind out walks. And that's how they produce their runs instead of just hitting home runs. But so far, for one night, outscored more than the home run hitting team, which, by the way, the numbers they were giving out, I don't know if you had the SNY broadcast out there, or you had TBS, the numbers they were dropping, they're like, the Yankees are first in home runs, on base percentage, slugging percentage, runs scored, this and that. I'm like, holy shit, this team is really fucking good.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, it's the same thing with the Mets. Like, if you look at their numbers since XYZ date, it's a different story. You know what I mean? Like, they were so good and mashing for so long in the beginning. I know that they, the record's still there and those numbers are still there, but they are a mortal team. It's like Rocky, like the Russian is cut. Like they are beatable now. And there was a certain point in the season where it seemed like they fucking weren't at all. There's just something about the Subway Series, and especially with these guys. Pete and Lindor seem to rise. The crowd is electric. It's good. It actually is like, it's good baseball. It's fun. As much as I like don't want the stress of it, when we win and it is a good game, like all around, it's like, this is what baseball could and should be every night. Shout out to Manfred, clearly giving us the juice balls, because both of those first inning home runs were like oppos that were just kind of like sliced off the bat and somehow still going out in one of the biggest parks in the game. But yeah, man, I mean, it's I was getting texts from my mom the whole time. She's not realizing that I'm working. So she's telling me she's going to bed. I'm not going to watch this inning. Keeps watching anyway, though. She's like, oh, my God, I'm getting Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I don't know what's fucking happening. If it's good or if it's bad. And any Yankee fan who tries to tell you, like, oh, we don't even care about the Subway Series. Like, yes, you fucking do, you dumbass liars.
Did you spoke about the home runs, the bullshit ones. I don't know if you heard this one on the broadcast. This was incredible. I'll play it for the crowd here.
And this one's lifted out to right. Home run at Yankee Stadium, but not here.
I love it, dude. That is, Gary had that one in the holster, waiting to unleash that one. I did hear the Michael K calls of the Judge and Rizzo home runs, and you could just hear in his voice, like he loved it. He thought it was going to be like a Yankees beat down, like we're gonna whoop them out to an early lead. We're hitting bombs. See, it was a little extra stank on it, and then the fact that we erased it right away makes me so happy.
And that's what this team does. Man. That's what this team does. They fucking answer, and that's why I was like, "There's a chance we'll be all right here," because they do answer. And then the insurance run, like you said,
it's crazy, man. They played it. They played about as good of a game. Nito thrown behind Rizzo at second. Good fundies. Well, and the Yankees, bad fundies. It's like we take advantage of the errors. We don't make the mistakes ourselves. We're back to hitting with runners in scoring position. The long ball from a couple guys. Quality start. Get to Diaz. It ain't rocket science.
Yeah, Shadow Ty, I don't know if you saw it too. He picked off the runner at first base. Was humongous. Way to kill that rally there. And then I'll admit it. Listen, Church of Coentology, this team is different, all that kind of stuff. Baseball's a fucked up sport, and when you're dealing with the fucking big brother Yankees, the fucking rich boys, the guys who have all the fucking 27 rings, all that kind of shit, you get fucking scared when it looks like things are starting to unravel. You get some flashbacks. And when the Yankees blood magic gets that first fucking hit, that little nubber right up, and then Edwin Diaz just drops the ball throwing to second, I said, oh my God.
Here we go. It's happening again.
Yep. And then all he does is he strikes out all three batters.
Yeah, so wait, what happened? It was 2 on, right? So it was a 4-out save. He got 4 strikeouts, but not before putting 2 men on in the 9th there?
Yeah, so he got 3 strikeouts, but there was a little just dribbler that just dribbled right there, that dribbled to Escobar. He couldn't make a play at first. And then Diaz got the ball, chopped him. He could have had a play at second. He could have just went, it was Judge too. And he went to second instead of first. And the ball just, he's throwing it goes backwards, and I'm like, oh God, don't tell me this is going to be the modern Luis Castillo, because it's like, it's a fuck. You know what I mean?
That would have crippled me. Like, so it was 2 men on, but no fault of Diaz other than his error, not his pitching. He's not pitching poorly. Just 2 little, like, that's baseball Susan type hits. I would have been sweating my dick off, dude.
It's Yankees blood magic hits is what it was. I always say the Yankees, the 90s Yankees especially, the Derek Jeter special, chop it off the plate. It goes so high in the air, there's no play on it. It was basically like the cousin of one of those. And then Diaz the ball just slipped out of his hand. What are you going to do about it? But again, strikes out the fucking other guys he faced, and in absolute filthy fashion. Actually, I'll throw up,
baby. I mean, he's on. I have been saying it, and I know people. Yankee fans get mad at me. I know, there's a couple others out there, but Edwin Diaz is the best closer in baseball. He's the best reliever in baseball. He does it in overwhelming fashion. He throws nothing but strikes. He is as bad as he was in the juice ball years, as good as he is now. I have total faith in him. See you fucking later, man. Annihilation. I love it.
The Teixeira, Jesus, the Rizzo one. It's like,
Yep. Dude, I have total faith in him now, which is scary because he is, he's not going to be perfect. There will be a blown save or two, theoretically, from Edwin Diaz at some point, down the stretch here. But right now, it feels like it's impossible. Like, how could anybody score a couple runs off this guy, let alone 3 or 4 or whatever they need,
Yeah, exactly. He Nick Gerber said he wanted a strike on not an out on the field. Like, wouldn't that be such a fucking move if Diaz, when someone like makes like a little like contact, he just spikes the ball on the ground?
He's like,
next
nope.
guy in the box, get the fuck in there. I'm gonna strike you.
I only do strikeouts, motherfuckers.
And it was scary though. Like it's scary. All right, so you watch a lot more Yankees than I do, I imagine, just because you were such a hater. I'll never get used to Aaron Judge being that size. He's so fucking goddamn
It's crazy. When he steps up, it's like, what are you even doing playing this sport, you fucking weirdo? Like, who made you do this? What the fuck, man?
I don't get it, man. And he's playing center field, which just seems weird. He's in the box. Everything just about it is terrifying.
None of it makes sense. He's fucking awesome this year. And, of course, they're not going to pay him. That makes no sense either. I love when Aaron Judge does well, but the Yankees don't win because it just puts them in a worse spot and makes things worse. It's, he'll look great in Queens one day. I almost imagine I want Uncle Stevie to pay him and then not play him. Like, we don't want Aaron Judge, but I want the fucking Yankees to miss out on their captain. What Tommy was, any other Yankee fan reactions? Did we get anything else from any of the fucking weasels?
No, we had, I said, Kyle fact checked Tommy. I'll throw that one up on the screen, which is very good. We've moved on from, by the way, we have the fake Frank the Tank, which is one of my favorite accounts.
That's Frank the Yank.
Retweeting that all night. IK Feeble. That's and it's a Joey Gallo for 93 or something like that. It's all the greatest hits coming out here. Tommy got fact checked by our guy, Tommy Truth Tracker, excuse me. That was, I guess, after the home runs there. So shout out to Kyle for staying on the grind. Kyle's walking tomorrow, so you guys have to be ready for it. Kyle is walking tomorrow.
It's Max tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's Max tomorrow.
Yeah, Max on the mound for a Subway Series game with a quote-unquote sweep available. Oh, baby. We will be putting something out for Penn.
Yes.
For the Barstool Sportsbook. There will be a Max Scherzer over. There will be a Pete Alonso hit of some sort. And there will be a Mets W. Tomorrow's going to be fun. Tomorrow,
it's fucking house money right now. All that matters, house money. Got fucking just get a W here, take the series. That was the craziest part is, at least I know for me, and I'm not like you guys. I'm not like, especially Phil, the fucking score chasing maniac, scoreboard watching maniac. Didn't think about the Braves one time, and then they showed the score. They said it was 6-3. They had won tonight. I was like, oh shit, the Braves are playing tonight. I forgot all about that. That's kind of where
we're in our New York bubble at this point. Like, we'll deal with those fucking hillbillies afterwards. Right now, it's the Battle of New York. Thankfully, they are on a little bit of a slide. They won tonight, but if we can, if we can sweep a little Subway Series 2 set. And the Braves can, if the Phillies could beat the Braves again for us, and we put another game of distance between us, things will be right in Mets land. And a lot of fucking, Panic City, dwellers are going to have to, then what? What? Do they even enjoy these games, or do they not believe them?
That's the question. It's like if the Mets were to sweep, 2-game sweep against the Yankees again, not against their aces or anything like that, will that shut the people up, or is it
what will
4 or 5 against the Braves next weekend? Yeah, that's what it's going to take. And even then, you're going to have people revert back because that's just the way it is, unfortunately. So it's like I can't even bother with them. Jordan Montgomery just straight up not competitive tonight, uncompetitive, 2 1/3.
I mean, that dude, if they're gonna have some injuries and pitching limits and shit like that for Cortez, that guy is not the answer, brother.
Yeah, and Chapman coming in the 6th. That was unbelievable.
Fallen. Oh my God, the 6th inning for Chapman. Holy shit, that's brutal.
Should we have Mets 21-28? Come on.
Is he there?
He's there. He just asked. All right, Mets 21-28. I'm gonna put it in the.
I can't do too many calls, but I gotta do Mets 21-28 if he's here.
Yeah. Click the link for calls. Well, Mets 21-28 come in, and then maybe we'll do a couple others. We'll see how the night takes us.
It was just Cookie to Ottavino to Diaz, right?
Taiwan Walker to Ottavino.
Yeah. There he is. Mets 21-28. The man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, fellas.
What's up?
Not much. I mean, I was watching Tana and Bad Dog's collaborative stream tonight of the game. let's just say some parts of this gave me a heart attack. I mean, Walker out of the gate, giving up back-to-back jacks to Judge and Rizzo. You kind of expect that with this battery for the Yankees. True or false?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
But then what I don't expect is Marte getting a homer, Alonso double, Lindor double, Alonso double, and Escobar, a guy who I've always put in the dog pound this whole year, so to speak, comes through with a 2-run bomb the very next at bat. But the main thing I was bugged with, how the hell is it you have a tough time getting Aaron Hicks out most of the game? I mean, IKF, fine. He's a good contact hitter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But Hicks, this is a guy that if you watch any of Bad Dog streams when he does Yankee games, he rips Hicks to shreds.
It's a weird Yankees team where obviously they're very good.
In my opinion, it's not Hicks who's the Achilles heel of the Yanks batting lineup. It's Gallo who needs to be DFA.
They have a lot of weird holes in their lineup that it's like, how is this team? How do they have 65 wins right now? It's you look 66. At Gallo, you look at Hicks. It's like they're not all stars.
66 wins.
66. Yep.
Crazy. I mean, what'd you think of? I know you're always watching Bucks bullpen management to just go out of for 5 and Diaz for 4.
It was fine. I mean, Walker. You kind of figure with the high pitch count out of the gate, Walker wasn't going to go 7 like he's been lately.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ottavino getting the 7th, and 7 2/3, and Edwin getting the last 4 outs. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Scherzer, tomorrow night is a key game for Scherzer. On paper, he should have been able to beat Blake Snell on Saturday. It didn't happen. Mostly because the bats were still asleep, and it took Sunday to get the damn alarm clock up and running. Tomorrow, he's facing Domingo Germán, a guy who's been plagued with injuries. And on paper, this team should bat him all over the park.
Yep. But as we know, that's baseball, Susan. Tomorrow might be the game where Max gets beaten around, and Germán is a problem for us. I'm hoping that this is more of a new Mets, Cohen Mets type game where the things on paper actually play out.
Yeah, we don't need what happened with Snell happening again tomorrow.
And I don't think it will, man. I think this team is too good. I think the games with Snell are the anomalies. And I think once this team gets...
Or the fact that San Diego has our damn number this year.
Yeah.
That's 21-28, taking me down from Cloud 9. Thank you, brother. I was a little too happy and excited here. You've just dragged me right back to reality.
If you ever want to ruin a fucking party, bring Mets 21-28 to bring you back down to earth.
Debbie Downer over here. I mean, what would you have done if Buck pinch hit one of our guys with Joey Gallo in the biggest moment of the game?
I would demand that you DFA Gallo's ass.
What did you think of the other night when Buck did not pinch hit McNeil for Nito?
Good question, Kevin. Good question.
Was this the 4-1 or 2-1 loss to San Diego?
This was the 4-1 loss.
The 4-1. It was the 9th inning. We had 2 men on, and he let Nito hit.
And it led to the double play at the end of the game, right?
Yeah, and he had McNeil sitting on the bench.
I was like, Buck, what the hell are you doing?
Yep, that's what we all said.
You're a beautiful man. That's 21-28.
I mean, that McNeil's been in a bit of a downward slump lately. But again, does it justify giving a catcher who has been basically fluxing on the Mendoza line the green light for the whole game?
Nobody better than you, babe. Always.
But then again, on Sunday, I was basically stuck in a venue that didn't have a Wi-Fi reception tracking the game. I was at the Grady Cole Center catching a wrestling event.
Oh, we were at a wrestling night tonight? Jesus.
No, this was Sunday night.
Oh, Sunday. Okay, I was going to say, you can't be going to wrestling events during the Subway Series. Come on, that's 21-28.
Well, without Frank's negativity on Twitter, it's good to kind of have someone bring us back
to
reality.
At least somebody's filling that role. Never changes, brother.
For the minimum winning season, 60 down, 22 to go.
That's
Amen,
right.
Dude.
LFG2, I'll be happy this year.
LFG.
That's what's up.
Fair enough.
Never change. You understand? Mets 21-28, folks. We could have just high-fived and we could have danced and just had ourselves a good, instead it's just Mets 21-28. What else can you say, man?
What else can you say? That's all you need to hear. You want to take any more, or what do you want to do?
Let's do what time is it right now?
11:13. Well, that's on the East Coast. You're fucking
yeah.
little.
Let's do a couple. I'm gonna go. I'll go at 9.
Yeah, we'll do 3 more here. All right, Tony, baby, what's up, kid?
Tony, how we doing?
Look at those
What
blue.
a game, huh?
It's like the blue mountains in back. Are you in the blue? Are you in a
Come
Coors
on.
can right now?
Come on.
Are you in like inside of a video game right now? What do
I'm
we got here?
inside.
Let's go.
Yeah, inside of Coors Light. Drinking responsibly.
Good man.
Nah, I mean, what a game. Already, like the back-to-back, dad sitting next to me freaking out, and I'm like, all right, yeah, here we go. And getting the just like instant Yankee fans just like texting me and like, my friends and stuff. But honestly, I feel like Taiwan, like he usually has like not usually, but he has like bad starts to the games, but he never really like shits the bed. Like he usually kind of settles in.
Mhm.
Yes.
Even
he's a very
last year?
consistent dude who's either lights out or like a little bit of a hiccup and he just settles back in, which after years of watching like Steven Matz and other guys who just like the wheels come off as soon as there's a little bit of adversity, watching a guy like him just settle back in is it's necessary.
Nah, I all things considered, honestly, I thought it was a good start from him. Like six innings, 3 runs against the Yankees.
It's a quality start.
That's all you can ask for,
maybe a lot of hits, but it's a quality start.
And Ottavino coming in, I was like, oh boy, here we go.
Dude,
but he was solid. I mean,
I'm happy I didn't watch those innings. I'm happy I was working because I would have been screaming like every single out. I would have been like, what are we doing with this fucking guy? I can't believe he got us 5 in a big spot. Was that? I mean, was it a low pitch count and Buck just let him ride? Was like it's surprising to go in with 2 innings for anybody, any of these guys.
He threw 30 pitches tonight, so I mean, he was winning in 2/3. But I think it's just the way the Yankees lines up too, right? And I'll tell you, I didn't know if Drew Smith was coming in for the 8th because they kind of said like who's going to be the 8th inning guy, and it was Adam Ottavino to Diaz, which again, Diaz can erase fucking mistakes. He struck out every fucking guy he faced. Like every out he got was a strikeout tonight.
It was unreal. It's like, and it's. I don't think I'm ever gonna lose the 2019 PTSD. Like no matter how lights out he is, like I'm always like Gallo comes up and I'm like I know he's gonna strike him out. It's the most obvious strikeout, but he can tie the game with the stupid swing of the bat.
I think I'm with you. I was with you like a week ago. I just thought to myself, I know he's unhittable, but there will just this part of my brain is broken. I think I'm gone. I think I've exercised the demons. I had full faith that like we were fine. He is that good, and like those base runners like didn't exist. Those were not real base runners because it wasn't. It's just not. You're not gonna get real hits off Edwin Diaz. Think about how many times you've seen like a ball in play from an Edwin Diaz at bat. You don't even see the camera. It's just always on him and the batter. He's just striking motherfuckers out.
I feel like every time there is a base runner, it's on like some like 3-foot bullshit hit that just like goes nowhere. It's like some ridiculous Yankees devil magic every time. But I was kind of nervous because obviously it was a 4-out save, so you had to sit down after the 8th and wait for the 9th. And I was just nervous because Narcos didn't play when he comes back out, and I'm like,
he needs that.
We're playing with some juju right here. Like you need that, but I mean, he was.
We should like petition to have them play that for him when he needs. Like think about every time it used to be Edwin Diaz in a non-save situation or a 4-out save or what. Like anytime it was anything other than a clean 9th, he struggled and. Now it's like the total opposite. You can throw him in any fucking position, and it's lights out.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. I hate to say it, and I just saw someone said it's in the chat earlier too. Vinny said it here. I almost want him to get like just blow a save. I'd rather not be against the Yankees or the Braves, but like do it against like the Reds or something. I know people lose their minds.
Get it out of the way.
But just get it out. It's like just fucking pop the fucking load out, and we can start afresh because it's gonna be like soon. It's gonna be like has not blown a save since. I don't want it. That's always the stat that kills you. Like in the NFL games where it's like hasn't missed a field goal in 2 full seasons. You're like, oh, this is.
You
coming
put that
right
graphic
now.
on the screen, and then it's gonna be a 3-run bomb. It's gonna happen. The same way when we had a 10.5 game lead, we kept saying, the Braves are gonna make their run. Everybody prepare yourself for it. Nobody prepared themselves for it. As soon as it happened, everyone was like, DEFCON 1. We're freaking out. This is like prepare yourself. Edwin Diaz will not be perfect when it happens. Just remember all of these kind of games when he was lights fucking out because he'll go right back to it. Must have been so weird for him in 19 when he was pitching poorly. And on the inside, he knows that he's lights fucking out. and he's just like, I'm better than this. And it's got to be a weird thing for like Lindor too, to have two guys who are that good have those bad of seasons and just keep the faith that they're going to come back and do their thing. And they are fucking doing it now, man.
I could say this now after, my asshole could, make a diamond and I was ready to fucking have a heart attack, is that I'm almost happy Diaz had like that adversity at home of all places too. Like on the road is one thing, but I feel like he probably is like, man, these guys are going to start booing me again. They're going to hate my guts if I blow it to the Yankees. Escobar said he felt like his home run felt like it was a World Series home run. He said he's never played in an environment like that before. And the guy's been 10 years he's been in baseball.
It's true. I mean, people talk about like the Subway Series doesn't have the same juice it once had. I don't know. It's always a big deal to fucking me, and especially this year with both teams being good. So, like, the games with the Braves and the games with the Yankees are always going to feel like, postseason type vibes. So,
yeah. So, thanks for joining in, Tony. Enjoy those blue fucking mountains there. We're gonna throw it to my guy Pask with the same. The mustache has gotten even better since I saw
Let's go. Let's go. What's up, boys? KFC, how we doing, bro?
I am fucking living, dude.
KFC.
I'm on West Coast time. I'm LA living, getting Mets wins in the Subway Series. I'm loving it.
KFC, first I have to ask you, did you see my meme? I made it for you.
What was it? Which one?
The fuck them hillbillies meme with Michael Jordan. Did you see that?
Yeah, fuck them hillbillies. Fuck them.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let me tell you something, boys. Nothing against. I like Evan Roberts. Nice guy, cool guy, Met fan on WFAN. That's good. He always kind of like downplays the Subway Series, and he's like, it just doesn't have that same feeling it did years ago. But I don't know about you guys. This was a fucking playoff atmosphere. This was fucking electric. I wish I was fucking there tonight. I sold my fucking season tickets tonight, but whatever. Sold for a lot, so I'm happy. What'd you say?
How much you get for them?
200. We're in the Coca-Cola corner.
You can make good money. It is a big deal. I don't get why people say that. It is a big deal, and the people trying to make it not a big deal, it's still there.
It's a big fucking deal. Like that was an electric, and you saw it on the players' faces. Every moment was heightened. They realized the magnitude of this game and the magnitude of tomorrow, and it feels great that we have Scherzer on the mound tomorrow. But I don't know about you guys, Clem. I don't know if you're one of these guys. You probably knock out quick. Like the next 5, 6, 7 days, I'm going to be glued to my phone. Like, I'm not going to be passing out before like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because you hear all these fucking rumors and you're like Contreras and fucking Trey Mancini, JD Martinez. Like there's always something.
And we're going to be getting one of them. Like, maybe we'll find out who, maybe it's more than one.
Yeah.
We'll find out whether it's the right one or the wrong one.
Yeah.
But come next week, we will have another bat on this team.
Yo, and before I'm off with you guys, I have to ask you, because I asked on Twitter, I didn't get a response. Whatever. Are you making Vogelback shirts?
Oh, yeah.
The guy's a fucking unit.
He gives us the reason to. We will. Today it was a tough one today. He looked good on Sunday, but it was a tough one today. I needed a big hit.
You see that fucking guy running the bases? It looks like he's wearing one of them fucking Citi Field ice cream helmets.
He's flying though. He's got wheels, man. He's moving.
Bro, he literally looks like he's showing up to like a men's like 65 and over softball tournament. It's fucking great. I love it. The guy reminds me of Chris Farley.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And here's the thing. I don't like making shirts right away when somebody gets here because it's like, I don't want to force it. But he's going to say something or do something or have a big hit in a big moment, and then the Vogel sexy back shirts will be out.
Bro, forget saying something. 3 weeks from now, there's going to be some fucking picture of him on a Mets off day in downtown Manhattan, passed out on the sidewalk, covered in fucking Coors Lights with the fucking Blue Mountains, Clem. With the fucking Blue Mountains, Clem. Let's go. Let's go.
That's the energy I'm talking about.
Bro, you know how funny it is?
Series.
When I go to Citi Field and I tell whatever, I'm getting my beers, and I'm like, hey, can I get a couple of Coors Lights? I was like, but only if the mountains are blue. The woman literally turns around, she looks at me, she goes, what does that mean?
Look at the fucking mountains, babe. Are they blue?
That's Bogey.
That's Bogey. I told you. That's Farley, the energy. He has the fucking essence of him inside. It's just a matter of when, not if, we make the Vogel stack shirts.
Absolutely.
This is the energy everybody needs to bring for post-game calls. Mets 21-28 can do whatever he wants, and then this is the kind of shit that we need.
Bro,
Get
is it.
cocky. Talk some shit.
This is fucking it. This is fucking it, KFC. This is
it's
fucking
about,
it. We're in it.
The Subway Series is about bragging rights. They're teams in different leagues. It doesn't really matter much on the field and in the standings. Where it matters is in the fucking streets and at your office and at your school and at the bar and in front of your friends. So if it's about bragging rights, fucking brag when you win and rub their weasel gabagool faces in it.
Listen, boys, I know you got to take other callers, so I'm going to leave you with this. Fuck them hillbillies. Fuck them Yankees. And I'll see both of you guys and my boy Kyle and Meek in November on the fucking float, drinking Coors Lights, only if the fucking mountains are blue. Bluer than my fucking balls, thinking about a World Series. Let's fucking go, Mets.
LFGM. That's my guy, Pass. He's been at Barnes with the ballpark. He gets fired up. If I remember correctly, I think he had the girlfriend that said party like it's 86, or there was another girl and he was talking to her and talking about party like it's 86. And I was like, that shirt means a lot of different things, man. I don't know if you're ready for that one.
That means a whole lot of shit. I mean, we could take more calls, but to me, that's a walk off right there. That guy.
Yeah, we got good guys in here, but I think Pass has to. I think we have to walk it off.
And end on that note, because that's how every call should be. Hopefully, we're doing it again tomorrow. Hopefully, Max runs it back. Yep. We can run another post game for you, and we can get all our calls in. And then hopefully, when we do 2 games next week, we're doing it again. And hopefully, the 5-game set with the Braves is a fucking 5-game sweep. And hopefully, we never look back.
Gotta believe.